Fellow citizens of this great nation, I come before you with urgent news. Justice hangs in the balance and the scales have been tipped. Rise, patriots. Rise, for we must seek the truth. Demand justice and fight against the corruption threatening to corrode our values. Just this morning, news erupted that federal prosecutors have abandoned the campaign finance charge against FTX's Sam Bankman-Fried, known as SBF. Corruption dances in the shadows of power, and yet the hand of justice seems to be faltering. SBF was initially charged with serious campaign finance violations and fraud amidst the shocking and abrupt downfall of FTX, a crypto exchange that once promised financial freedom to millions. From his sanctuary in the Bahamas, he was extradited, forced to face the repercussions of his alleged actions in a U.S. federal court. But as the dawn broke, we discovered an unsettling twist in the tale. Bahamian officials revealed they hadn't extradited SBF on the campaign finance charge. And so, under the cloak of night, our prosecutors filed to discard this charge, citing a somewhat vague adherence to treaty obligations to the Bahamas. The allegations looming over SBF are staggering. He stands accused of orchestrating a grand scheme that funneled $90 million in campaign contributions towards an overwhelming 300 political candidates or action committees. Yet these charges are shrugged off, discarded like a bothersome fly. Such revelations force us to question: where are our watchmen? The Federal Bureau of Investigation, our trusted safeguard against corruption. Where does it stand in this fray? Shouldn't they be our beacon of truth? Champions of justice in this crucial hour? And then, the question of our leadership, our president, the highest office in the land. What role do they play in this sordid tale? Is it not their duty, their sacred vow, to uphold the principles of justice and transparency? The battle against corruption, however, is far from over. As autumn leaves begin to fall this October, SBF will face a daunting onslaught of 7 charges related to fraud. These charges span from swindling unsuspecting customers and lenders of FTX to the grave accusations of pilfering billions of dollars deposited with FTX by trusting customers. Yet the path to justice is shrouded in fog as a legal maze arises due to ongoing extradition litigation in the Bahamas. This complicates and halts further proceedings from our government. However, if the grave charges of securities fraud and wire fraud find their mark, SBF could be encased behind prison walls for several decades. Despite this, a chilling question reverberates in the air, casting an ominous echo. Are the tangled webs of political alliances providing a protective shield for SBF against the relentless onslaught of justice? Or will justice be served, leading to his prolonged incarceration? We stand at the precipice of a crucial juncture, my fellow Americans. In the face of such revelations, our duty is to remain vigilant, informed, and ready to take action. We must demand answers, demand accountability, demand justice. As this case evolves, we will keep you updated every step of the way. Rise, my fellow patriots, rise! For truth, for justice, for the America we cherish. Let our unified voices echo through the corridors of power. We are strong. We are resolute. We will not stand by in the face of corruption. Let us reaffirm our pledge to the principles that our great nation was built upon. Because we are the people. We are the change. And we are the guardians of justice. But my fellow citizens, let me remind you of the smoke and mirrors that often blur our vision. Powers that strive to direct our gaze towards the horizon, to external threats and foreign enemies. They fill our ears with tales of UFOs, stoking fear and uncertainty with Senate hearings and leaked propaganda. They warn us of spy balloons in our skies, echoing threats from Russia and China, far-off lands they claim are our foes. Yet this, my friends, is a distraction. Carefully orchestrated spectacle designed to pull our focus from the harsh reality. They blind us with fears of out there, while the real danger festers within, growing like a silent cancer in the heart of our beloved country. Consider this. Why the sudden surge in distractions this year? Why the sudden influx of external threats, while corruption blooms in the very halls of our institutions? My fellow patriots, it's the age-old strategy of misdirection, a ploy to keep our eyes averted while they seize greater power and manipulate the strings of control. Remember, we are the guardians of this great nation. We must cast away these distractions, pull back the curtain, and expose the truth. The enemy is not on some distant shore. The enemy lurks within our borders, hiding in the shadows of our very institutions. So I implore you all to stay vigilant, to question, to seek the truth. Let us not be swayed by fear and deception. Together, we stand strong, a beacon of light in these trying times. Our unity, our unwavering spirit, is their greatest fear. We are the stewards of justice, the seekers of truth. Together, we shall reclaim our nation from those who wish to see it falter. Stand strong, patriots, for our battle is far from over.